What's good, people? This is my 2001 Tomos Targa Sprint, if you will, A35. I've done a lot to it, but I'm just now deciding to start documenting it. So this is going to be a bike check and then installing this headlight. So yeah, LED light today. But let's do the bike check. Got that Treatland Lexus clear taillight. My fender is also cut. We'll do the pipe now. This is a Techno Estrol, uncapped. It's got quite a kink in it right there, but doesn't change much. Quite scratched up on the pipe. Maybe we need a new one. What do you guys think? The shocks are 320 mil. They're this disgusting orange color that I hate. Same with the grips. At the time I was kind of going for that color theme. With the original stickers, I'll put a picture of that right here. The original stickers, it looks cool with the orange, but we're blacking out now. I do have a lot of parts coming for this bike very soon. I'll kind of detail what those include as I go along. Plenty of tears in the seat. I did order the underseat storage, and then once that's done, I'll reupholster the seat. I'll probably do that in the wintertime. Definitely a lot of oil flipping around, flopping around. It's still coming off. And I have just ordered the sprocket nut seal. I had to get it from Moped Army. I've also mounted my foot pegs to the swing arm bolt. It seems like an okay foot position, and I chose there because the pedal shaft, I'm assuming that the seal only gets worse if you put weight on it or jump up and down on it or put any pressure on it, so I'm trying to leave all of the weight and pressure off of the crank. The pedal shaft. I've only left this one crank for me to kick the bike over. No side covers, but that's another thing I plan on changing today. I'm gonna make my own. Okay, I'm gonna make my own side covers today. MLM intake. There it is. You see it? 70cc aerosol with the high comp top end. Also got the trail tack for my temperatures, but it's been messing up lately. I think it's this connection here. I think I'm going to solder those two connections so it can't mess up. Besides that, in the motor, clutch side's all stock. I like it like that because the wheelies feel perfect. 1515 Shaw Carb SHA 1515. This gas cap was a creation of my own, as you can see by the dents all over it. But I was having a lot of issues when I would go to do wheelies since the Tomos gas cap vents around the outside lip of the gas cap. So instead I sealed around that with Permatex and drilled a hole, so now it vents the gas through this. This is a tire valve stem with nuts so you can tighten it, so I jerry-rigged that up so it vents out the tube. Comment if you want more info. I'll just reply to it and pin it. This is a non-hydraulic EBR front end. It's a 30mm stanchion version for the Tomos. Headset is all kind of goofy, thrown together. It's probably going to end up messing up on me, and I'll have to fix it. But this one is a disc front end, as you can see by the two bolt holes, but I'm still on the drum. The other thing I ordered was the fork leg with the drum tab. So it's actually pretty cheap. It was $59 US, so like 70 Canadian-ish. For the whole fork leg, and then I can go back to having two brakes, which would be awfully nice. New grips coming in too. I got all kinds of stuff coming in. I don't see any videos on these bikes. I've never seen another one of them in the wild, and people ask me about it all the time, so I'll just start making videos on it. I'm just putting the upper fairing back on. It's giving me some issues, but I step back and I look at it, and I'm like, well, holy shit, that kind of looks insane from the side. It reminds me of like a rally tower with the whole dash sitting up there, and I got to thinking, like, what if it had like a high fender on it? Would that look pretty sick? Like the frame, like a fender around the frame height. We back outside with the moped. Did a little bit more tweaking because, you know, there's always something to do. And I cleaned up the front end. Holy smokes. Look at that fender fitment. That looks pretty evil. I'm using these brake guide clips to kind of hold the fender up tight against the bottom of the headlight. So that's my dash. What's up, people? I think you know what time it is. I just got the rest of the parts for the moped. Let's get it on. Front brake cable. Original Tomos rear brake cable. Oh shit. You know I got those black with the silver dominoes. I really don't know what this is. I guess we'll find out. Reduce, reuse, recycle. Something in a bundle. Oh shit. This is the underseat storage for the Tomos. Very nice. Got that Midas touch. Inner tube. More stuff. Got the Midas MC2 275. Two of them. And the drum tab fork leg for the EBR. Hopefully this is the right fork leg. Let me just eyeball this here. It appears to be correct. Maybe. It looks a little short, actually. I think it's short. You know how it is with the mopeds. It appears that I got the wrong fork leg. I'll do a little research and see if I can swap this lower onto my current fork. This is the other part I got. It's a Tomos misprint sticker. I'll show you that in a second. We got some work to do on the moped today. I think the biggest challenge will be getting the tires going. I feel like that's going to be a fucking nightmare. I kind of forgot about another huge part. This moped factory airbox. Shout out Graham. I bought one of these before and I fucking lost it. So I bought another one. It's about to go nuts. First part, super easy. Boom. So that's the seat storage. All I'm going to need is a small bolt, it seems, to run through there. Let's just throw it out, see what it looks like. Okay, kind of cute. I think I'll probably put a piece of foam under there so it doesn't bounce around. I doubt it will, but next up is the grips. Grips are on. Let's see what a difference it makes. Oh yeah, blacking out for sure. Oh yeah, they look really nice. I won't lie, they look very racy, very fast. Okay, update. I got the bike over here, some cardboard under it because I just replaced the level plug. I think it has helicoil in it, helicoil or whatever, like the thread repair shit from the last owner. I think they might have stripped it and put helicoil in there. I don't care. Helicoil. I'm calling it helicoil. Helicopter coil. So I did that, but now we're going to take the intake off and do the moped factory intake. Let's go! Finally got that part in my hands. I didn't lose it this time. Let's make it happen. Oh! We're getting there slowly. If you have one of these bikes, you know how painfully slow the process of taking the Allen bolts out from beside the intake is. So I'm doing that, and it's taking forever. The new factory bored out one on the bike. It's on the bike. So yeah, carb will go on. New filter will go on. Ran into my first issue. The outer diameter of my intake, which was advertised as 15 millimeters. Maybe it's the inside that's 15 and not the mouth for whatever reason. it is loose by 1 millimeter. So we get 1 millimeter thicker of the plastic Delorto shim. Moped factory intake oiled up, and I'm about to stick the other side of the airbox on so I can mock it up on the bike. That looks so clean. Oh my goodness gracious. Look at how nice that intake looks. Holy goodness. I'm shocked. It's what I wanted, really. Closed off. Every system closed off. No leaking out of the pedal shaft and throwing oil everywhere. No gas spraying all over the place. Not out of the tank, not out of the carb. Modernized. Functional. And here it is with the Moped factory intake. It looks really, really, really good. The sun is starting to set, and I got a tire off. It was pretty easy, honestly. It was like a BMX. I didn't have any issues. But now we're gonna put the big wide front tire on. I also cleaned the inside of my drum. Just gonna dry that up.
Nice. Oh, you know where we're going, and it's gonna kick ass, dude.
What a huge difference in the width. That thing looks rowdy. We've made some changes. With the rear tire, the clearance, I just don't have enough, so still plenty of work to do. I gotta rewire it. I gotta wire the taillight back up, get my brakes going, front and rear. Hopefully my audio is still the same with my headphone in, but it is an early morning start to working on the ped. And I've got some new stuff. I got myself a Dremel and some hardware to complete the task. We also got the Moped Division shim that I ordered. Came in the mail, shout out Moped Division. I've realized that it's probably not a good idea to have this LED light with a built-in lithium battery when it gets really hot outside. So I'm going to make this pop on and off with a magnet, and then I'll just take the light inside, screw it back on, screw it back off. Should be pretty cool. Quick detach. On the last episode, I got both the tires on, but the front tire is still sitting a little funny in certain spots, so I'm gonna have to lube that up and try to get it to pop on all the way. We're also gonna need to remove the other plastic shim out of the carb to put the new one on. That should be a right good time. I'm sure I'll have a great time doing that. Let's get it started here. The other big task I have is to make new cable end stops. This is a cable end stop, and this is a broken cable end stop. I need to make a new one. Front wheel, front brake, off the bike. I'm going for the quick, easy wins in the morning. The front wheel deflated. Hopefully as it warms up in the morning today, it'll start to kind of slip on, you know. It'll start to slip on there. I was working at the front tire trying to get it seated right, and I walked away to my car to grab some cloths, and I came back and it was seated right. So yeah, the trick to these is just lube up the edge of the rim where you want your bead to go. Just lube it up with Dawn. Pump it up a little higher than you normally would, and then leave it for a second. Smack it around, kick it around if you want. There we go. Big, fat, huge tires. mounted on my normal Tomos rims. Took care of this fender a little bit. Front wheel's ready to go on the bike. I've crafted up 2 locking barrel things. I think now it's time for the dreaded carb shim. Alright, I'm very excited about this one. I got the shim out. I did scratch the carb in the inside a little bit, but I don't think it'll be a problem because there's this huge gash to the top left right there. Right there. It's been there the whole time. I've never had an air leak on a Delorto carb. I bought this little shim a long time ago, kind of assuming that I would need it one day. I guess today's the day. And I have the 1.5 shim that I'm going to put in there. And that should... Oh yeah. Perfect fit. I ended up getting the old shim out by sticking a screwdriver in here, and then I just kind of had to destroy the other one. So that's okay, but let's put it together. Carb is on. The bike is looking murderous right now. The orange shock's still bugging me. Will this work? Will I have the meanest, fattest super moped in the world? People in the Netherlands have done this already, by the way. I'm just kidding. The carb shim doesn't butt up against the back of the intake. I'm scared I'm going to have some kind of air leak. But there's a couple things I really need right now. I need that bolt to finish the front brake. I need some new fuel line. I think that's it, honestly. I think I just need we have our brake situation over here, and I just mysteriously found one of these. This is the thing that I was trying to DIY, and I found one. So that's cool. I'm going to use this one for the rear brake, and I'll have to trust my own sketchy creation for the front until I order a new one. I also have 2 of these arms. This one's brand new, but it's shorter than the rear one, so I'm going to keep this one on the rear for more leverage, of course, and this one can be for the front. The bike is done. It's running. The front brake needs a lot of love still, and my rear brake is okay, but it still hasn't really broken itself in much. Intake, no leaks, no air leaks, so I'm going to take it for a rip up the street. Oh, she's running good. Sounding pretty good. I dropped the jet from a 75 to a 72, and she wants to go. She wants to go bad. Gonna give her a little test run here. She's running and driving again. Let's go. There's a lot of things I want to tweak and work on. It needs to get a lot leaner now that the airbox is there. It's just richened right up. I was rich, but now it's super rich. The front brake doesn't work because I don't have the right shit yet. And the drum is sticky, so we'll address that at some point. Taillight no longer works because the wires are all fucked for it, but the drivetrain and everything seems to be running fine. Yeah, it's very quiet. It's very, very quiet when it's running. It might just be because I'm so rich, it's getting kind of drowned out a little bit, but I'm hyped. We're going to put it away for today. So the next time you see this bike, we're going to be tuning it. We're going to be dialing things in, and we're going to be ripping it. I had a pretty good time just putting around the block on it. Feels very different. Feels totally, totally different. So I'm excited to see where it goes. I don't have an outro or anything, so yeah, just tap in. If you've got a Tomos or you like mopeds, tap in. We'll talk a little bit in the comments. Give me your tips. And yeah. Tomos lovers, peace out. Shout out Treatland, shout out Moped Division, Shout out Moped Factory. Shout out Slovenia. I don't know. Goodbye. Oh, don't look at that side.